Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's Mike here at Game From Scratch, and Humble are doing that thing again. They ignore game developers for over a month, and then bang, 2 game developer asset bundles in the same day. And this one is, in a single word, amazing. If you're an Unreal Engine developer, this one, in my opinion, is pretty much a no-brainer. It is the Unreal Military Game Assets Bundle. It is a collection of military-themed assets. Each one of these is basically a standalone Unreal Engine project, so you can actually see they come down like this. You can import the project in accordingly, and I'll just show you 2 of them. So this is one of the sets here. This is a number of just pieces of military equipment. As you can see, the quality of each asset is just really high. It's because this is from a company called Dekogon. And if you notice, there was a second giveaway. I did a video about it this month. Unreal Engine gave away a number of Old West assets. Those are actually Dekogon assets. So this is one of the pack. This is the equipment pack, and then this is another pack, and this is for like a checkpoint or props. So you got a number of things for a military environment in this, and this is an example of 2 of the packs that are actually in this asset pack. Again, you can get these out of Unreal Engine. There are a couple ways to do it. For example, you could do a USD export and get basically the exact same results. So even if you're using Unreal Engine or the Godot game engine, this is a very, very solid pack, even if you aren't an Unreal Engine developer. All right, so let's jump in and take a look at what you're getting. So the $1 tier here, you're getting the tool set collection here, so 10 unique meshes. You're getting 17 unique meshes in the construction props, and then you're getting the M1A2 Abrams. Spoiler alert, you're getting the Merkava as well. These are actually coming from a company called Yarrawah Interactive. We've actually saw Yarrawah in the past with a different Unreal Engine bundle for like zombies and military, etc. Would actually synchronize very well with this bundle if you picked up that earlier one. You're also getting the M8A1 military trailer, the supplies volumes tents, and volume 2 clothing, that sounds weird to me. Clothing and bags pack as well. So very solid $1 tier. Probably one of the best $1 tiers I've seen yet, to be honest. And then the median price tier makes a little bit less sense. Now, there's something interesting going on here. They're using real-world military names, and I always wondered if that was actually allowed. So, for example, the K2 Black Panther is South Korea's newest medium/light tank. Poland just bought a bunch of them. This is like a very much current project. Same with the Mitsubishi M10. These are real product names, and interestingly enough, they're using those names. So you've got the the K2 Black Panther, the Type 10 Japanese tank, the M10 military trailer, and then the supplies checkpoint, security checkpoint, that's one we saw in action. The military supplies volume 4 furniture, and then finally the machines and devices. So we saw these 2 examples in action to give an idea of the quality of the assets from Dekogon that we are dealing with here. And then we go up to the full fat tier. So if you pay the $25 USD, I think that would be, you're getting everything that we talked about. So military supplies, which is a bunch of crates, containers, field supplies, and then we've got a number more tanks. So we've got a T90 here, a Leopard 2A7, the Merkava. Sorry, I spoiled that one from earlier on. The T14 Armada, the Challenger 2, survival NPCs, Sarah Jacobs. We had a number of these. That was the kind of stuff that was in the previous bundle. And then we've got the military training range. We've got the resistance holdout game level, a subway level as well. So even if you're not into the military stuff, these ones could be worth it alone. And then we've got the urban background buildings, quarantine medical tent, and security fences and barriers. And I think that is the extent of the assets covered. So again, one of the single best $1 tiers I have seen on Humble yet. But this tier, rock solid. And again, if you're not into the military, it could be worth it for this alone. Because quite frankly, this is one of those few examples where they actually give a price over here that is reflective of reality. Dekogon stuff is very, very good, but it also tends to be a couple $100s per asset. So where are you getting these assets? Well, you get them on the Humble store. So you get here, you get a redemption key right here that you would then redeem on their site. I'll show you that in just a second. And then on top of that, a mix of the assets are available here. So all the tanks are redeemed on another site, as are a few other assets, but a number of them are available here. One of the very nice things with these packs in general is here, I'll go ahead and download this one. You're going to see this 300 megabyte. If you have decent speed internet, Humble servers are generally quite fast as well. So boom, they come down this quick. And by the way, in order to actually use these things, if you're using them in Unreal Engine, super simple. Basically, come on in here, grab the file you just downloaded, extract out the archive to a directory like so, go into the folder you were just in, find the Unreal Engine project, make sure it is opening up with the right version. So I'm going to do 5.1 here, and then, and then click it. And then you can load it in that way. There's also, there are some third-party plugins for importing. And by the way, when you're in a project that you've opened up, you can easily export it out to work in another environment. So if you want to export all of these out to a single project, you could do so. There's also, again, some third-party plugins for maintaining or managing these assets, so you don't have to open up each individual project alone. But there is an idea of the assets that you're dealing with. You're not getting these as redemption keys in this case, however. You're just getting the projects that you download this way. Each one of these, by the way, also has an overview map, which is pretty much the standard when it comes to Unreal Engine project, asset projects, showcasing how they work. And this is just normally a level that kind of does a layout of all of the various different assets that are actually making it up. So I will pause it while it loads. So here you can see all of the models that go together to make this guy up, a variety of different LODs, base meshes, and so on. So that is the one. I don't know why my mouse speed is set to so slow. So you can see how you can kind of mix and match how modular these are. This is for lower polygon background prop kind of buildings. And then here I opened up the other preview. So this is that ready to go one, the equipment one. Here is all of the props in it, and literally everything here is a pre-rigged blueprint ready to drag and drop into your game environment. So that is the way that these work. These ones you download from this site. Otherwise, you get them from Yarrawah Interactive. Basically, you click the included link. So right up here, click the redemption here, and then when you're checking out, you just put your code in here, and it will bring this from $2,500 down to $0. So that is legit the price. That is the cost of these assets. Normally, you're looking at about $200 per tank. And then, some of these other trailers and smaller things are quite a bit cheaper. And it's kind of a little bit confused why some of this stuff is on Humble, some of the stuff is only on the Yarrawah site. I have no idea, to be honest. It's just the way that they did things. But definitely an amazing bundle for sure. If you're interested, by the way, once I mentioned, I did a video on the Old West assets. Those are all from Dekogon, and they're very high quality. So those were given away for free by Unreal Engine earlier this week. So do check that video out if you're interested in learning more. But ladies and gentlemen, that is it. The Unreal Engine military game assets bundle. Now, when you're dealing with Humble, you decide how your funds are allocated between Humble, charity, the publisher, and if you so choose. And thank you so much if you do to help support Game from Scratch. It's down here somewhere. You can say how you want your stuff to go, and if you use my link, there will be another option basically to say support Game from Scratch. And if you do so, I greatly appreciate it. So I'm curious what you think of this bundle. I wanted to get this video out pretty quick, so I didn't get some of the bigger stuff to showcase to you, like some of these tank assets, etc., to show you the quality, but they're all rock solid. And when I can do so, I can follow it up with a later video or show you how to use these in a different environment or something. Do let me know if you're interested in that in the comments down below. But this bundle, if you're into the military type stuff, especially if you're an Unreal Engine developer, this one is A+. But even if you are not an Unreal Engine developer, Unreal has tools such as USD export, and there is a plugin for importing from Unreal Engine to the Unity. That was just available in a bundle they were doing a couple of weeks back, actually, that can bring this assets over. So there's a few ways to get stuff out of Unreal Engine into other game engines if you're interested. So even if you're not an Unreal Engine user, there could be some use in this bundle. So let me know what you think. Comments down below. Talk to you all later. Goodbye.